What's going on YouTube? It's CutsbyCoast here bringing you another video. Today we have 360 waves. We're going to do a one open on top and we're going to do a one guard close all around the sides. We're going to do a high taper. And the most important part to a wave cut is making sure that you comb the hair out and you can see exactly where the wave pattern is growing at. And while we're starting to get into the haircut, guys, go ahead and leave me a like, comment, hit that subscribe button if you do not already. Hit that notification bell as well. So originally I ran a one guard with the lever all the way open all over his head. I did realize later on I needed to do a one guard close just to make sure that it's cut down a little bit more. His hair texture is one of the most hard textures that I have to cut in my regular clientele. It's very dense, so whenever we have to cut this type of hair, we're going to try to cut it just a little bit shorter than you would on somebody with fine hair so that you get a better view of the hair that you're cutting. So we set in our first section as the open clipper. Now we're doing the lever halfway open, flicking up to that line. Like I said a second ago, we are going to kind of cut it one guard shorter all the way around than I would on somebody with fine hair because his hair is so dense. If I don't, it just doesn't look like a finished haircut. You can tell I struggle on this haircut a little bit more than my normal tutorials, but I want to show you guys that sometimes you got to try hard on the haircut or the hair texture that might not be perfect for YouTube. Now we're going to do the same steps with the one guard. I went ahead and started with the lever close this time, and we're really just trying to debulk some of the waves. And his waves aren't super prominent by his ear and his taper area because usually we do a bald fade, but what we're doing right there is just trying to make sure that we lighten that hair up. So now we're going to do the half guard. We're going to do the same thing, still trying to fade down, but here in a second we're going to go back in with the open clipper and really clean up the bridge between those two sections. So now that we went through our guards, we went through all of our steps, what I'm doing now is really, like I always say, is cutting the color. What I feel like I need for this haircut to be perfect is I want it to be kind of light with an arch to the bridge of his ear, and then the rest of the hair is dark. We want to make sure it has a certain contrast so that the haircut does look finished. What I'm doing here with the one guard is just still trying to debulk the side a little bit. I think I already took a zero guard on these purple magnetic clips, and I already took it with the grain. So now what I'm doing is working my guards back down against the grain, just really trying to smooth out this one section. And we're gonna do a quick little fade on his beard. We're really gonna keep it in a small section by his ear. His beard does not grow up super high on his cheeks, so what we're gonna try to do is keep the top line as high as we can. And guys, if you like this beat, look down in my bio. I did get this beat from MANUEL. Shout out to him for letting me use his beats. I do feel like it's a much needed upgrade to my channel. And I always keep a comb in my hand, guys, because I feel like sometimes a brush just pushes the hair around. The comb really helped me get an ideal look on his beard right there. So now I see what it's gonna look like whenever I can go ahead and imagine what it's gonna look like when I put this straight razor on it. And right here, what I'm doing is just going over my bald area again, just trying to make sure that it is as bald as possible at the bottom. And as I was doing that, I wasn't super satisfied with that blend right there, so I just went ahead and grabbed my magic clip, and I'm just gonna try to debulk it just a little bit more. And now we are going to go down with this zero guard all the way closed. We're really going to debulk around the ear so that we can put a sharp line around his ear. And let's go ahead and jump into the back, guys. First, we're going to set in our bald line. And really, what I aim to do with every taper is to start the bald line just below the bottom of the ear and just try to fade up to the middle of the ear, kind of right there where I'm holding my comb at. Just keep it right below that right there. And that's the contrast that I prefer whenever I'm doing tapers on wavers, because sometimes they have cowlicks and different growth patterns down there that you have to cut above. With that being said, I'm going with and against the grain in our open section, making sure that we are cutting against any cowlicks and we're able to make it uniform all the way throughout. If you like this video so far, go ahead and leave me a like and hit that subscribe button. We're going to continue the same steps with the one guard, and you can tell where we stop with this guard is the height of our fade. We're not going to take it up much higher than this. Anything higher than that is just going to be going with the grain and making sure that we can blend in the fade to the waves. And what I'm doing here, guys, is taking the half guard all the way closed, making sure that we're going with the grain, but really debulking the side and making everything look fluent. And last in this taper, we're really just going to go ahead and start detailing. So everything left to do is just detail, and we're really going to do that with our half guard / zero guard and our open lever on our clipper, making sure that everything is blended out. And really the difference between a good haircut and a great haircut is going back after your steps and going through them one more time, making sure that you have everything faded out and you're not just giving up on a haircut. Even if it's the hardest texture you've cut, you just got to keep trying at it. So now we're gonna do is we're gonna take some gold FXs. Shout out to JT Fade that let me borrow his trimmers. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna do a custom or not. I'll probably just end up getting a regular gold one or a red one. I don't know. I really do like that gold blade better than the black blade, or I would get the black one. We already took care of the left side of this taper, so what we're going to do is our detailing steps on the right side with the half guard / zero guard and with the open lever. Really just try and make sure that everything comes together. And still around the edges of his haircut, we are going to take the zero guard all the way closed to debulk the sides. and it really doesn't cut it too short. It leaves it just dark enough to where we can put a sharp line on it and it doesn't look see-through. And guys, when you're cutting hair, you want to make sure that you're always combing and making sure that the hair that you've already cut is out of the way and you're not recutting the same part shorter and shorter. Make sure you always keep a comb or a brush in your hands. Now that we've done all the fade, we're going to take our trimmer and make sure that we connect the back taper, and the back taper is all the way done now. Lastly, on the haircutting part of this video, we are going to go ahead and time lapse this section. You can really kind of see it's a little bit blurry, so that's the main part in me time lapsing it. But this side does have a little bit better lighting, so I still wanted to leave it in here to show you guys what I was working with. If you guys would like to see some clutch apparel, leave me some comments below down in the comment section. Me and some of the guys were talking about making some stuff. I know you guys really mess with Sean, and every now and then Bazio will wear a clutch shirt in his video. So if you guys would like to see some of that stuff, leave me a comment below. Tell me what you would like to see. So to start off this hairline, we're gonna go ahead and take a 1 guard with the lever all the way closed, cutting with the grain, just trying to lighten it up just enough to put a sharp line on it. And then once we've done that, we're gonna take our face shield and spray it with some hairspray, brush all the hair in place, and let it lock in. So we're gonna start off with these gold FXs. That's the first point where the hair grows. So we're just trying to make sure that we start there and make everything connect. And my client knows his hairline is starting to go just a little bit, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to make it super sharp, but we're not going to make it look so unnatural that his growth pattern when it grows back is going to be horrible. So I might not get the crispiest for YouTube quality, but I had to keep it right for my man and make sure that I didn't push him back too far, and we just cutting it to where it should professionally be. And as you can tell, these gold FXs are getting him crispy, but to be honest, I just prefer them for balding out. I'm gonna get my wall detailer if I'm really trying to put a sharp line on it. Now we're gonna go in with the throwback Sean Cuts Hair color enhancement card, the Beam Team XL, and some Onyx Black No Drip. If you guys need any of those products, you can get them through the links in my bio at SeanCutsHair.com or official Tomb45, aka just Tomb45.com. As you can tell, I'm trying to get him as crispy as I can, guys. I know some of you guys don't like color enhancement, but it is part of a service. He doesn't ask me for it. I chose to do it for this, but it's just my executive decision on making this a finished haircut. Now it's hitting crunch time, guys, so I had to miss out doing the color pencil and the enhancement on the beard. My battery was dying. I messed up and didn't charge it. It was a Saturday, but I made sure I got the crispiest angles of the haircut. And guys, huge shout out to Get Beamed, aka Poppy Beam. When he came to Sean Cuts Hair's wedding, he put me on game and showed me this mount for my camera. That's how I'm able to get these angles. I just want to let him know I really appreciate it. It's definitely helped out the quality of my channel and really took it up a notch. And alright guys, this is the end of the video. This is what we started with. I want to show y'all my man ain't had a haircut in 6 weeks, but nevertheless we put him back in the game. If you watched the video this far, I appreciate you. Leave me a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell if you really mess with me. It's CutsbyCoast, and I'm out of here. And alright guys, I'm going to do the 1K giveaway again. This is the first person that ever claimed it. I'm going to copy the link. Go ahead and go over to a YouTube random comment picker and go ahead and paste it, and we'll see who wins this one. And the winner is Brandon Hamilton. Make sure you DM me all your stuff on Instagram and I'll get that to you.